guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily Marsala. I am a wife and a Weight Watcher, and this is Harrison. He is my sweet puppy. He is 3 years old, and you will probably see him walking around in my videos, but don't mind him. If you're new here, please be sure to like and If you're new here, please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below on any other videos you would like to see. Most of my stuff is weight loss related. I lost 70 pounds in 9 months since having my son, started my YouTube channel. So I would greatly appreciate if you stuck around. I post on Wednesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. So today, this is kind of a different video than my what I eat in a days. This has kind of been weighing on me, so I thought it would be something that I could talk about. Since I have been on Weight Watchers for 9 months, a little bit of a backstory. Before I got pregnant with my son in October of 2018, I was on Weight Watchers prior to that. I've actually been on Weight Watchers on and off since I was in high school. Which has been 10 years ago, which is crazy, but this is not my first rodeo. This is the most successful I've been on it, but I knew what I was getting myself into before I did, and I knew that it worked. It worked for me personally. So today I wanted to talk about something that has kind of been weighing on me, which is Weight Watcher or my WW burnout. Since I have been on Weight Watchers again, I've lost 70 pounds, which I would like to pat myself on the back for because I feel like that is a huge accomplishment. This is the first time in my weight loss journey since being on Weight Watchers that it has really been hard on me mentally. I don't know why this time has been so different from previous times. Currently, I'm dealing with the burnout of tracking, of measuring food, of creating recipes to figure out the points for everything, how to use my weeklies. So I thought that'd be something that I would touch on for you guys. So when I started on the blue plan, and it was still Weight Watchers freestyle when I started after having Jack. In December, I think it was, they went to the My WW where you could choose your plan. I still stayed with the blue plan, but recently, for a few weeks, I switched to green when the coronavirus started, and I found myself struggling to stay on track, and I was turning to food for comfort. As most of you, or a lot of you don't know, I did have a wedding scheduled or planned for March 23rd that my husband, which, surprise, we were already married, but that was our wedding plan, and we had to reschedule it for August 15th, 13 days before the wedding. So needless to say, on top of that, the coronavirus, I lost my job. I was only working part-time, but it was still an income. My dad got diagnosed with dementia. It was one thing after another. It was like a snowball effect. So I switched myself to green, a little bit more cushion to be lenient with. So I have since switched back to blue. If you're getting burnt out on the plan that you're on, the good thing about my WW is you can switch plans. So if you feel like you're burnt out on blue, you could switch to green for a few weeks. Like when I was craving more junk food, I switched to green, or during the holidays is a good time to switch because you have that cushion there. Granted, turkey, ground turkey and chicken and eggs aren't 0 points, but I think they're like 2 points, which, what's 2 points, you know? If you're getting burnt out, switching plans is a good idea. The other one I wanted to talk about is changing up my weeklies. I feel like a lot of people on my WW are set on the way that they use their weeklies. I know some people that if they are going to a wedding that week, or they have a date night planned, or it's the holidays or a holiday party, a lot of people use those only in those instances. I know people that blow through all of their weeklies, and they, might set aside those points to have a larger dessert at night, or something that they're craving during that week. So personally, I have never really found a great way to use my weeklies, and since I am in such a burnout period that I'm sick of tracking everything, I'm sick of weighing everything, I'm down to weighing my, creamer, and that's my own choice. But I think what I'm going to do is I get 23 points per day and I have 35 weeklies. So my weigh-in day is on Saturday. So I'm going to start treating that as a treat day. I'm just going to wipe out my weeklies. So I go in my app, I put in weeklies. I think I did it today actually. I wiped my weeklies out. So I used 58 points. I'm not tracking anything today, but I'm also not binging on food. I'm eating what I'm craving. Today my husband and I had a donut. I didn't eat 6 donuts. I had 1 donut, and I tried the specialty donut that we had. For lunch I had Chick-fil-A. I got a sandwich and fries. I didn't get a large fry and a large Coke. This is what I'm trying to do with my weeklies, to switch it up instead of, I personally wasn't using them at all, and that can actually put you in a plateau. So using them is encouraged, if you want to use them a couple days a week. But I got so set on getting that blue dot, which is healthy eating range, that I was so focused on getting a blue dot every day, and I got 60 blue dots in a row. It took a mental toll on me. Measuring everything, tracking everything that goes in your mouth, it's wearing on you. So this is where I was like, I'm so sick of doing this. So I switched to a treat day, and I'm gonna give it a couple weeks, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, then I'll try something new. I also recommend on trying new recipes. So a lot of my recipes that I use, which as you guys know, Felicia Fitness Health, I go through a lot of her recipes. I eat a lot of the same things because I know the point value of them, but I'm also getting sick of them. So I'm trying some new recipes this week. They're actually 2 of them are going to be in my videos. So stay tuned for those. A lot of the people that, if you're new here or if you're new to my WW, a few people that I have looked on for recipes are Felicia Fitness Health on Instagram, Lauren with an I _WW, I think is her tag name. I'll post these down below. She's got recipes. Ashley tracks points. I talked about her in my last video. She was actually the person that inspired my last dinner recipe. Her out. She posts a lot of good stuff. The Skinny-ish dish, she has a lot. She has a 0-point marinara, but I'm too lazy to make it, so I just use the 1-point marinara. There's a white chicken chili from the Skinny-ish dish, which is amazing. My husband loves that one too. Skinny Taste, Emily Bites blogs, she has good recipes. You could check any of those out. Thing I would recommend is looking up inspirational Instagram profiles. And somebody that was really inspirational to me was, again, Lauren WW. I'll put her IG tag down below, but she is a mommy who she dealt with postpartum depression or postpartum anxiety. She's a stay-at-home mom. I saw a lot of myself in her, so she was somebody that has really inspired me to really buckle down and go in head first and get this weight off. So I would check her out. Ashley Track Points, she's a good one. Weight Watcher or WWG for Life. I'll put all of these down below, but if you are feeling like you're in a slump and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, whatever, I'm just going to stay the weight that I am, looking up those IG or Instagram profiles of the people that have been successful on the plan is really inspiring and really motivating to just keep going. If you don't attend meetings and you feel like you're in a slump, I didn't start attending meetings until I was in October. I was actually online for the first 3 months just because I was trying to get settled with a new baby, and it was a lot all at once, so I didn't feel like I could take my newborn out. I mean, I guess I could have, but I chose not to. So Weight Watchers Online was a good start for me. Once I felt more comfortable taking him out, to places, I did start attending meetings until all of this coronavirus happened. But there are virtual meetings that they are holding. Like today was my meeting. I didn't really want to attend it, but I knew I had to because that's what puts me in a good mindset. Yes, last week I didn't attend my meeting and I ate like crap until like Tuesday, and I still didn't stay on point the entire week. But if you don't attend meetings, it is a little more expensive, but I would say that it's worth the money because I always leave my meetings so motivated to get through the week and stay on track. The last one is remember why you started in the first place. For me, my why was my son. When I got pregnant with him, I was not in good shape. When I had him, or when I was pregnant with him, I gained 50 pounds. I, again, have lost 70 of those, but when I had him, I did not take pictures in the hospital with him. I did not take pictures with him for the first 4 months of his life because I hated the way I looked. I did not take pictures at the end of my pregnancy because I hated the way I looked, because I was already overweight in the first place. And I made a promise to myself that I was not going to be a sideline mom. I want to be the mom that is in the pool with my son or at the beach, not worrying about what I look like, being confident doing it. I want to be able to chase him around at the park and not have to be out of breath and out of shape the entire time. I want to be able to fully enjoy him growing up and not worrying about what's happening or what I look like at that moment. Now, let's move on to my grocery haul. Okay, so moving on to my grocery haul, which I'm so excited because it's my first one and I have so many good things to show you guys. So I got a grocery pickup from Walmart, and the things that I couldn't get from Walmart, I got an Instacart from Schnucks. So I just have a few things from there, but let's get it started. First things first, I have some Cheetos. I like to eat these if I'm having lunch with a sandwich or something like that. You can have 32 pieces for 5 points. Usually I don't have that many. I'll just have about half of that. I have 16 for 2 points. So that's usually enough for me. I'll have this with a sandwich and some fruit. I also got some Eggo waffles. These are 3 points for 1 waffle or 2 points for 6. I actually buy these for my son. I usually just give him the waffle and he gnaws on it and he's good to go. So if you need a soft food that you're comfortable with, waffles are a good way to go. I got some classic caramel syrup. This is 0 points. I put this in my coffee for some extra flavor. I usually do this and some creamer and some Truvia, and it gives it a lot of flavor for not a lot of points. 0. I got a pineapple. I got a butternut squash. I've never cooked butternut squash before, but I saw a recipe on Beauty and the Beastons. She makes butternut mac and cheese for her kids a lot of the times, and she said the recipe is really good. So I don't know if that's going to be so Weight Watcher friendly. I probably won't share that one, but I'm probably not going to put this whole butternut squash in the mac and cheese. I'll probably do half for him. If you like fried potatoes, butternut squash is a good substitute. If you dice it up and you put it in the air fryer, it still has that crunchy, crispy satisfaction to it. So I would recommend doing that. Maybe I'll do a video on that showing you guys how to do it. Or maybe I'll do a video on you guys watching me try to cut it, because I've never made one before. I got some goldfish for my salad. I have 19 of these for 1 point. I like to substitute these in my salads for croutons. I love croutons, but to have the serving size, I only get 5 of them, and I like to load them up. So this has been a good substitute for the crunchy side of my salad. I like to put these in. I also like to use the baby goldfish because I can get more for my points. So if you're looking for a substitute for croutons, this has worked really well for me. I got some peaches for my son and myself. These are 0 points. Easy, quick snack. Got some vanilla pudding for a recipe. That I'm going to show you guys probably this week or next week. So stay tuned for that. Got some chicken broth for my white chicken chili this week. I'm making the Skinny-ish dish white chicken chili, I think on Tuesday or something, so I needed some chicken broth for that. I got the Healthy Requests cream and mushroom soup. I usually get the 98% fat-free, but that wasn't available. I don't think the Healthy Requests is that far from 98% fat-free on points. Half a cup is 2 points. I'm going to use this for a recipe on Monday. I got the Jif whips. I have the PB2, but I don't love it. I have 1 tablespoon of this for 2 points. I like to put this or any peanut butter on a Quaker chocolate rice cake, and it kind of tastes like a Reese's, so that's satisfying dessert if you're looking for something that's not too high in points. Maple syrup for my son's pancakes in the morning. Got salsa con queso. It says sweet and zesty, which seems I'm a little nervous at what this is gonna taste like. Usually I get the Tostitos salsa con queso, and you can have 2 tablespoons of that for 1 point. It's 2 tablespoons for 2 points for this, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm gonna be using this also in a recipe that will be in Tuesday's video, so stay tuned. Or, I'm sorry, Friday's video, so stay tuned for that. Shredded lettuce, I'm gonna make buffalo chicken wraps this week, so I got some of that for those. Or mozzarella, I got regular mozzarella because I give this to my son. I don't give him fat-free mozzarella, I give him full fat, so I got that for him. Like cream cheese for a recipe. Well, this is a real bummer. If you can see it, I hate cilantro, so I know I ordered regular ranch. I feel like cilantro is one of those things that you either love it or you hate it, and I am one of those people that hates it. So, and I'm pretty sure my husband does too. So that's a bummer. Whipped cream cheese. You can have a tablespoon for 1 point or 2 tablespoons for 2 points. I feel like I got this for a reason, but I can't remember what it was. It'll probably come to me, hopefully. If not, I like to put this on, they make white cheddar rice cakes. I don't have any right now, but those will be a good snack. I'll use those. I think they're like 1 point, and then you do 1 point's worth of whipped cream cheese with some everything but the bagel seasoning. That makes for a good snack as well. Turkey pepperonis. I like to have these as like a midday snack with a Baby Bell cheese, the light Baby Bell cheeses. You can have 5 of these for 0 points, or I think 15 for 1 point. The serving size is 17 for 2 points, so I just have 15 because why spend the extra point on 2? But yeah, the turkey pepperonis are a good snack. Light sour cream, again for my recipe this week. Strawberries, broccoli, taco seasoning recipe, oven roasted diced chicken breasts. These make a great substitute when I'm making, like if I make Felicia Fitness Health, I'm sure you all know about her and you've heard about her, like her chicken broccoli recipe, or her chicken pot pie. I'll use this instead of boiling up some or sauteing some chicken because I'm a mom and I don't have time to do that. So I use these instead, and they make for a great substitute, or they're good on salads as well. Some uncured turkey bacon. This is my favorite turkey bacon brand. I think it's like a point for a slice and 2 points for 2 slices, or 2 slices for 2 points. I know that I think it's center cut bacon or thick cut. I can't remember which one, but one of them has like the same point value as this, like real bacon. But to be honest with you, I hate cooking bacon. So if you have your favorite way of cooking bacon that's not on the skillet, drop a comment down below and let me know, because my husband really misses out on a lot of bacon because I hate cooking it. Some green beans for my son. I like to give these as a vegetable just because they're not as hard as regular green beans. That's just my personal preference. Some people don't like canned vegetables, but I don't really care. So I give these usually as a side with some sort of protein for dinner. Pasta for my son as well. And a ranch packet for my recipe this week. Aren't you guys excited? Grapes for, and these are like small grapes. I'm really picky about my grapes. I don't know why. I hate when they give me, or when I have like huge grapes. For whatever reason, it bothers me. I'd rather to have small ones. I don't know, personal preference, I guess. Those are good to have with sprinkled some sugar-free strawberry jello on top. The mixture of it, just sprinkle a little bit of that on top. It is so good. It tastes like candy. It always curbs my sugar cravings. Bag from Walmart is some carb balance tortillas. I've never had these. I usually get the Olay Extreme Wellness, the high fiber ones, but they were out of them. I can't find them anywhere, so I had to settle for these. These are 2 points for 1 tortilla. I know the Olay Extreme Wellness are 1 point, so that's kind of a bummer, but I'll take what I can get. So butter bread, I talked about this in my last video. I prefer this one over, I hate to say this, but I'm so picky about my bread. I wish that I liked whole grain bread with the seeds in it, and I've never liked it. I've tried it. It just doesn't, it's not my thing. So I like the bleached white fluffy bread that is horrible for you. So this is the Nature's Own butter bread. It is 2 points for 1 slice or 3 points for 2 slices. I like this better than the Healthy Life. I think it has more of a bread texture to it. Personally, I think the Healthy Life isn't that good, so I will settle for another point to have this instead. And some cream cheese fruit dip for my husband. Okay, so that covers what I got from Walmart. Moving on to my Schnucks order, there's only 6 things. The other stuff was my husband's stuff that he got, like frozen pizzas, and I think there's some soda in there. So I'm just going to show you the stuff that I got. I got some ground turkey breast. This is 0 points on the purple and blue plan. I do follow a recipe that I will post down below. It is the Mudhustlers bird balls recipe. I think they're 1 point per ball. It's like a mixture of ground chicken and ground turkey. It makes like 12, so I usually only do half of the recipe, and so I just do whatever's available. This time it was ground turkey. They have great flavor in them, and they're a good, he makes them into meatballs. You can use them for spaghetti if you want. You can use them for, you know, meatball sandwiches. I like to make mine into patties, and then I can have them for lunch throughout the week with a Laughing Cow cheese spread. And these buns, these Lewis Hawaiian slider buns, which are 3 points per bun. So I got these Amy's burritos, the organic beans and rice cheddar cheese ones. I love the Taco Bell cheesy bean and rice burritos. I could eat them every day of my life and I would never get sick of them. So I've never had these before, but I'm hoping they're like the same. These are 6 points, whereas I think the cheesy bean and rice are 12 points. So it's half, and I think this burrito is bigger than the normal. So I do have a recipe for homemade cheesy bean and rice burritos. I would have to check how many points they are. I can't remember how many points they were. I thought I had it in my Instagram feed, but I don't. But maybe I will comment down below if you want a recipe dupe of the cheesy bean and rice burritos from Taco Bell, and I will make a video of it. But for now, the Amy's ones will have to do. They're quick and easy. If I don't feel like cooking one night, then I have those to resort to. I got some enlightened ice cream, the butter pecan, and the chocolate chip cookie dough. These, I like to have these with a Fiber One brownie at night. It's my dessert. I know for the Aldi's, if you have an Aldi's around you, you can have like 2/3 cup for like 5 points, whereas these are just half cup servings. So, and they're cheaper at Aldi. So if you have an Aldi there, I think they're just as good. I didn't really notice a difference. So if you have an Aldi near you, check them out and see if they have these Halo Top. They're like Aldi brand or enlightened Aldi brand version. Last but not least, I got some Velveeta slices. These are 1 point per slice. I know they're super processed and there's probably nothing nutritional about them, but I love a good grilled cheese, and you just can't get that with fat-free cheese. So these are a good substitute for like cheddar cheese or some other kind. These melt really well. And they're 1 point per slice, so you really can't beat it. Hey you guys, I am just finishing editing this video and realized that I never made an outro to it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below on anything else you'd like to see, or if you have any questions about the products that were featured in this video. I will see you in the next one.
Once felt I'm done with the defense, drove back and climbed over your fence, had to show you that I